If someone told you that the most elegant women over 80 rarely chase trends, rarely own overflowing closets, and almost never dress to impress anyone else, would you believe it? It sounds almost impossible in a world where fashion changes every week. Yet the women who continue to captivate attention decade after decade seem to follow an entirely different set of rules. And here's the surprising part. None of those rules have anything to do with wearing expensive designer labels or trying to look younger. They have everything to do with looking authentic, confident, and incredibly refined. Today we're uncovering the 7 surprising fashion principles that quietly transformed an ordinary wardrobe into a timeless symbol of elegance. These aren't trends you'll find splashed across magazine covers or promoted by influencers chasing the latest look. They are habits built over a lifetime, refined through experience, and proven by women who continue to inspire style well into their 80s. Stay with me until the very end, because the final rule may completely change the way you think about getting dressed every morning. When people imagine timeless elegance, they often picture glamorous events, luxurious wardrobes, or perfectly curated photographs. But the truth is far more inspiring. The women who become true icons of refined style usually live remarkably simple lives. They shop thoughtfully instead of impulsively. They wear their favourite pieces again and again without apology. They understand that elegance isn't something you buy. It's something you cultivate. Over decades, they learn what truly suits them, what makes them feel confident, and what reflects their personality instead of the latest fashion trend. That quiet confidence becomes visible the moment they walk into a room. It isn't loud, flashy, or attention-seeking. Instead, it creates a presence that people naturally notice. And perhaps that's why their style never seems to age. The first surprising rule is that elegant women never build their wardrobes around trends. They build them around identity. This may sound simple, but it completely changes the way they approach fashion. Instead of asking, "What's popular this season?" they ask, "Does this feel like me?" That single question filters out countless unnecessary purchases. They know which silhouettes flatter their bodies, which colours brighten their complexion, and which fabrics make them feel comfortable throughout the day. As a result, every outfit feels cohesive because it reflects the same woman rather than 10 different fashion trends competing for attention. Interestingly, this consistency doesn't make them look repetitive. Quite the opposite, it makes them instantly recognizable. People remember their style because it always feels authentic. And authenticity never goes out of fashion. This leads naturally to the second rule. They value quality far more than quantity. While many people believe an elegant wardrobe requires endless shopping, these women prove the opposite. They often own fewer clothes than expected, yet every piece works harder. A beautifully tailored blazer can be worn with jeans, trousers, dresses, or skirts. A crisp white shirt becomes appropriate for brunch, dinner, travel, or even casual afternoons with friends. Neutral trousers pair effortlessly with nearly everything in the closet. Instead of filling wardrobes with impulse purchases that lose their appeal after a few months, they invest in garments that improve with time. Natural fabrics like linen, wool, silk, cotton, and cashmere not only look luxurious, but also age beautifully. The result is a wardrobe where almost everything mixes effortlessly, eliminating the daily stress of deciding what to wear. What surprises many people is that these women don't necessarily spend more money on fashion. In fact, they often spend less over the years because they replace fewer items. They understand that buying one exceptional coat can be wiser than buying 5 mediocre ones. Every purchase becomes intentional. Every addition serves a purpose. And gradually, the closet transforms from a collection of random pieces into a carefully edited library of personal style. There's something incredibly freeing about knowing that almost every item hanging in your wardrobe is something you genuinely love to wear. Another fascinating pattern appears when observing women admired for their elegance over many decades. They rarely wear clothing that competes with them. Instead, their clothes support their personality. This brings us to the third rule. Simplicity is often the highest form of sophistication. They aren't afraid of clean lines, neutral palettes, or understated accessories because they understand something that many people overlook. When an outfit becomes too busy, people notice the clothes. When an outfit is beautifully balanced, people notice the woman wearing them. That's a profound difference. Rather than chasing attention through bold prints, oversized logos, or excessive embellishments, they create visual harmony. Every detail feels intentional without appearing overly styled. One of the easiest ways to recognize this philosophy is through color. Many iconic wardrobes revolve around timeless shades: cream, navy, camel, charcoal, white, olive, chocolate brown, soft grey, and black. These colours don't scream for attention, yet they quietly elevate every outfit. They also mix together effortlessly, making daily dressing remarkably simple. Occasionally, a vibrant scarf, elegant lipstick, or colourful handbag introduces personality, but the foundation always remains calm, balanced, and refined. This approach explains why photographs of truly elegant women taken 30 or 40 years apart often look equally stylish. Their clothing isn't tied to a specific decade because timeless colours rarely become outdated. Then comes perhaps the most unexpected lesson of all. Rule number 4 has nothing to do with clothing itself. It has everything to do with posture. Think about it. The same beautiful outfit can look completely different depending on the way someone carries themselves. Elegant women stand tall without stiffness. They walk calmly instead of rushing. Their movements appear deliberate rather than hurried. Good posture instantly improves proportions, allows garments to drape properly, and communicates confidence before a single word is spoken. Many stylists spend hours discussing silhouettes and tailoring, yet posture costs nothing and transforms every look. It's one of the most overlooked style investments anyone can make. That same philosophy extends into their daily routine. These women understand that elegance begins long before choosing an outfit. They prioritize restful sleep, regular movement, healthy meals, hydration, and skincare, not because they're trying to stop aging, but because they want to feel energetic. Healthy skin, bright eyes, relaxed expressions, and natural vitality create a beauty that expensive cosmetics alone cannot replicate. Makeup becomes an enhancement rather than a disguise. Hair reflects health rather than complicated styling. Their appearance communicates self-respect, and that quiet discipline becomes one of the most attractive qualities they possess. Rule number 5 may challenge everything modern advertising teaches us. Elegant women almost never dress to appear younger. Instead, they dress to appear like the best version of themselves today. There's an enormous difference between those two goals. Trying to recreate the wardrobe of a 30-year-old often leads to frustration because it ignores the confidence gained through decades of life experience. Refined women embrace maturity. They choose clothing that celebrates their present rather than chasing their past. Interestingly, this often makes them appear more youthful anyway. Not because they imitate younger generations, but because confidence itself has an energizing effect. People aren't attracted to authenticity because it hides age. They're attracted because authenticity radiates peace, confidence, and self-acceptance. One of the greatest misconceptions surrounding fashion after 60 or 70 is the belief that personal style should become more conservative or invisible. Yet the opposite is often true. Women with remarkable style continue expressing themselves. They simply become more selective. A striking pair of glasses, a sculptural necklace, beautiful loafers, an elegant watch, a silk scarf tied effortlessly around the neck. These signature details become extensions of personality rather than attempts to attract attention. Over time, people begin associating those elements with the woman herself. That consistency quietly builds an unforgettable image. Another characteristic shared by many admired women is their refusal to apologize for repeating outfits. This becomes rule number 6. Today's culture encourages constant novelty, yet timeless elegance celebrates familiarity. When a woman repeatedly wears pieces she loves, she communicates satisfaction rather than insecurity. Friends recognize favorite coats, cherished handbags, classic trousers, or beloved cashmere sweaters. Far from becoming boring, those repeated items become part of her visual identity. Small changes, a different shoe, another scarf, a fresh lipstick shade, a new hairstyle, keep everything interesting without requiring an entirely new wardrobe. This mindset reduces stress, saves money, and encourages sustainability, all while strengthening personal style. Interestingly, this approach creates emotional connections with clothing. Instead of disposable fashion, garments begin carrying memories. A blazer worn during meaningful celebrations. A linen dress packed for unforgettable vacations. Comfortable loafers that accompanied countless walks through beautiful cities. Clothing stops being temporary and becomes part of life's story. That emotional connection naturally encourages better care, thoughtful purchasing, and deeper appreciation for what already exists. Perhaps that's one reason elegant women often appear so relaxed when getting dressed. Their wardrobes aren't filled with uncertainty. They're filled with trusted companions. Finally, we arrive at the 7th and perhaps most powerful rule. Elegance grows from self-respect, not self-perfection. This principle changes everything. Women admired for their style aren't flawless. They have wrinkles. They experience change. Their bodies evolve. Their priorities shift. Yet they continue investing in themselves because they believe they deserve care, beauty, and joy at every stage of life. That belief influences every decision. From choosing comfortable yet beautiful shoes to maintaining healthy routines, nurturing meaningful friendships, staying curious, traveling, reading, learning, and remaining engaged with the world. Their style becomes a reflection of an active, fulfilled life rather than an isolated interest in clothing. This perspective also explains why so many women become more stylish as they grow older. Experience teaches them what truly matters. They stop dressing for approval and start dressing for themselves. They discover that confidence cannot be purchased, only cultivated. Fashion becomes less about hiding flaws and more about expressing character. Every carefully chosen piece whispers the same message. I know who I am. That quiet certainty is far more captivating than any passing trend. So perhaps the greatest lesson isn't about blazers, scarves, shoes, or handbags at all. It's about permission. Permission to simplify, permission to repeat outfits, permission to ignore trends that don't serve you, permission to embrace your age with pride instead of fear, permission to invest in quality over quantity, and most importantly, permission to define elegance on your own terms. Because the women who leave lasting impressions aren't necessarily those with the biggest wardrobes. They're the ones whose appearance consistently reflects kindness, confidence, intelligence, and authenticity. Imagine opening your closet tomorrow morning with a completely different mindset. Instead of wondering what's fashionable, you ask yourself one simple question. What version of myself do I want to express today? That small shift can transform not only your wardrobe, but also the way you experience getting dressed every single day. Fashion becomes less stressful, more joyful, and infinitely more personal. And that's exactly what refined elegance has always been about. If today's conversation inspired you to rethink your own style journey, remember that true elegance is never about chasing perfection. It's about making thoughtful choices, honoring your individuality, and allowing your wardrobe to reflect the remarkable woman you've become through every season of life. Because confidence never goes out of fashion, or authenticity never expires. And the most beautiful thing anyone can wear has always been the quiet certainty of feeling completely comfortable in their own skin. Before you go, I'd love to know which of these 7 timeless principles resonated with you the most. Was it building a signature style, investing in quality, embracing simplicity, improving posture, dressing for who you are today, confidently repeating favourite pieces, or choosing self-respect over perfection? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your experience may inspire another woman who's searching for her own path toward timeless elegance. And if you enjoyed this journey into refined style, don't forget to subscribe to Ageless Fashion, where every week we explore timeless fashion, graceful aging, confidence, and the quiet beauty that only grows stronger with time. Until next time, remember, elegance isn't about your age, it's about the way you choose to live every single day.
60-odd miles from a plan. Is it too late to learn to listen? Too late to be less a man? How many yesterdays are between us now? How many yesterdays are between us now? Carried it all, cobbling miles as we go, a line at a time, or a sad swan song, offering up purple prose. And I'd find you if I could, invite you to the final act. But I think it's understood nothing good can come of that. How many yesterdays are between us now? How many yesterdays are between